Dear children, your third lesson of supplementary reader is going on. We have already discussed page number 7 and 8, first paragraph of on page number 8. Next, I think you have learned many things of this lesson. Next point is the shepherd was able to make out that his visitor was none other than the king. Means the shepherd recognized the king, who had gone to him in hiding. The king made the wise shepherd governor of a small district. Third point, other governors become jealous of the new governor and called him dishonest. Dishonest is a word which is opposite of honest. Though still tired, the king decided to depart the next morning. He said, "Many thanks for your kindness to a poor traveler. I have a long way to go. Permit me to leave. Permit me to go." Looking straight into the eyes of his guest, the shepherd replied, "Thank you, Your Majesty." The word Your Majesty is used for very dignified people like king, judges. So the shepherd told his guest, "Your Majesty, for paying me the compliment of a visit." Compliment is favor of a visit. The king was astonished. The king was amazed as well as pleased. "He is indeed very wise," he thought to himself. "I need people like him to work for me." And the king appointed this humble shepherd, polite shepherd, the governor of a small district. Although he rose to power and dignity, dignity is honor, the shepherd remained as humble as ever. People loved and honored him for his wisdom, sympathy, and goodness. He was kind and just. Just means fair injustice to one and all. His fame as a fair and wise governor soon spread throughout the country. Now the governors of other provinces grew terribly jealous. Terribly is extremely envious of him and began to talk to the king against him. They said, "He is very dishonest and keeps for himself part of the money that he collects as tax from the people. Why did he always carry with him," they added, "an iron chest?" Remember the meaning of chest? A small box. Perhaps he carried in it the treasure that he had secretly collected. After all, they said mockingly, means jeeringly, he was an ordinary shepherd and could behave no better. Dear children, you see, the shepherd did not leave his honesty. He was fair and just in his judgment. But you see, other governors were terribly jealous to him, and they talked against him to the king. Next part, the new governor was called to the palace, means called by the king in his palace. He was ordered to explain why he always carried an iron chest. I had told you chest. Iron chest means a small iron box. The chest contained no gold or silver. This is the question before all of us. At first, the king did not pay attention to these reports. But how long could he ignore, evade these governors and their endless stories about the shepherd? One thing was certain, the king discovered the new governor did carry an iron chest with him all the time. So one day the new governor was summoned. Summoned means called to court of the king to the palace. He came riding on his camel. And to everyone's delight, the famous iron chest was there, fastened means tied, securely means safely, behind him on the camel's back. Now the king was angry. He thundered, means he roared angrily. Why do you always carry that iron chest with you? What does it contain? The king asked to shepherd. The governor smiled, means the shepherd smiled. He asked his servant to bring in the chest. How eagerly, curiously, the people standing around waited for the shepherd to be found out. But how great was their astonishment, and even of the king himself, when the chest was opened, no gold or silver or jewel, but an old blanket was all that came out. Holding it up proudly, the shepherd said, my dear master is my only treasure. I always carry it with me. Dear children, I think you know the answers. What was there in the iron chest? There was an old blanket. And shepherd told, or the new governor told, that this was his treasure, which he carried always with him. The king asked, but why do you carry such an ordinary blanket with you? Surely you are the governor of a district. The king asked, to which the shepherd replied with quiet dignity, This blanket is my oldest friend. It will still protect me if at any time your majesty should wish to take away my new clothes, means royal clothes. How pleased the king was, and how embarrassed, caused confusion and shame, the jealous governors became to hear the wise man's reply. Now they knew that the shepherd was indeed the humblest and the wisest man in the land. The king made him the governor of a much bigger district that very day, dear children. Now, I think you have enjoyed this story very much. We should be like shepherd. We should be just and fair for people. I think you will learn many words which were new to you. Remember them by heart. Read this lesson and listen this video again and again so that you may understand this lesson. I think you will do so. Never forget to read the questions or exercises which have been given in the last of this chapter. I will discuss about the exercises in my next video. Thank you.